Happy New Year, 2025. Sounds like it's in the future.
If you're asleep, that just woke you up.
Boom.
All right.
Welcome to 2025, Talking with Docs. I'm Dr. Brad Weening.
And I'm Dr. Paul Zalzal.
Okay, so historically, we've done a video about New Year's resolutions. So what's interesting about them is that they're really hard to keep.
Well, apparently, a lot of people don't keep them.
Right, so a lot of people make them. Leave a comment about your resolutions, one that you've had success with, one that you put on your list every year and never get done. Studies have shown the success rates at 6 months are somewhere between 8 and 54%. So most people are missing the mark, and often it's just they just lose motivation and they don't track it and it's just too hard, or they set unrealistic goals. So
at best, you got a 50-50 chance of making this work.
50-50, and most resolutions are related to kind of common things. So change your diet, live a healthier life by exercising more, trying to save money or spend less money, and getting more organized.
Right. Probably the ones that I had made last year or the year before. I think I did. I think I'm cliche that way.
And so advice from these surveys and articles written around them says things that you could do to increase your chances of success is, first, make them realistic. You know yourself.
Yeah.
You know you're not going to go to the gym 30 days in a row.
Yeah.
So don't make that your goal. Otherwise, you're going to be in that 8% group or the 92% group.
Bench 350, am I going to get there?
Probably not.
Okay.
But I think you could if you really put your mind to it.
Steroids.
Yeah, we have to do a video. We'll do a video on anabolic steroids. Make your goal very specific, so it's focused. We're not in this kind of airy-fairy, nebulous kind of.
Be a better person.
Generic, which we all should be a better person. Yeah. That's implied. You don't have to put that on your resolutions. And the last one is track it or make yourself accountable in some way. Tell a friend, write it down, keep a journal, whatever.
Make a video and release it so that everyone can see it.
Who's kidding who? There are people on social media that do this, like say for weight loss, and they take a picture on January 1 and then you watch them lose weight, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go through our top 3 resolutions for ourselves.
How did you do with your other ones?
Horrible. Horrible. Really? And interestingly, one of my resolutions was the same 2 years in a row, and I still did not do great.
Okay. Is this going to be the year?
No, not putting it.
You just don't put it on.
I'm being realistic. I'm taking it off my list.
That's one way to achieve success.
I feel like I can't accomplish it.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
It's horrible.
I feel like I did okay. I had the junk food, moved all the junk food to the weekend.
Yeah.
Not the junk food, the pop.
Yep.
Remember the sugary pop?
Yeah.
And my resolutions are always born out of the research we did the year before.
Sure, the videos that where we've learned stuff about health.
Yeah, the alcohol, deep dive into that. Cut that way down.
Yep.
I used to have a glass of wine a day. Yep. That's gone.
Yeah.
And
I used to do that too.
Yeah,
we
right?
did flawless.
Yeah. Then we call each other. Hey. So, and then the exercise, right? Exercise.
Yes.
That one, I was able to do that to a certain degree. So I feel like I was okay on the resolutions. I think we just picked too hard of
So one of mine was to be less streaky with exercise. And that's exactly what happened. I went a long period without, and then now I'm on like a bit of a good run right now. And then I kind of injured my knee, so kind of I'm down back again.
I thought it was to streak while exercising.
No streaking while exercising. Okay, so go with your first one. What's number 1 for you this year?
This year, okay, I've already cut down on my sugary pop that I did. That was a couple of years ago. Now I'm going to take it to junk food.
Okay.
Okay.
Like when you say junk food, you mean ultra processed food, like our video talks about.
And then this is born from the research I did, that you and I did on ultra processed food, and
so thing that's in like a bottle, a box, or a bag, probably.
Right. I'm gonna really try and be more mindful of that. Get that whole grain, the whole wheat.
I like
instead
it.
of just the
refined.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, I like it.
That's gonna be that's gonna be my number 1 this year.
Okay. My number 1, and it seems like it's not very specific, even though we just said you should make it specific, is to actually be more thoughtful. And particularly with my wife and kids, but also throughout my life. I think what happens is...
What about me?
That you're part of my life.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not my wife. You're my work wife.
Right.
But with respect to other people, because work gets busy, our channel's busy, I take on a lot of stuff. But sometimes when you get deep in those weeds, you kind of forget to be more intentional around the house with things like cooking in the kitchen, and I've had that on my list for the last 2 years to cook more.
Yeah.
And I'd say I help a little bit more, but I don't really plan much, and I don't really have the ideas, and I want to help take some of that away. My wife, April's amazing. Thanks for a great year. But I'm going to try to be better for her and for my 2 kids, who are now mostly not at home, but I still can be thoughtful towards them. So just kind of being better, like we always said. Be better. Just be better.
You don't want to be tag along buddy anymore.
That's right. Okay. Number 2.
Mine, I've reached a frequency of exercise that I'm almost happy with.
Yeah, you've been on a really good gym run.
Yeah, I want to keep it. I want to keep it going this year. So maintaining that is going to be my second one.
Okay. I like it. That's a really, really good one. Number 2 for me is related to food or eating consumption. I need to do 2 things. One, I need to increase my water intake. I do not drink very much during the day. I think it's just because I don't want to always be running to the bathroom now that I'm mid-50s kind of thing. So increasing my water intake, that's the first one. And reducing my chocolate consumption. So I'd say I'm like a bingey kind of chocolate person, like Halloween. It's a real mess. Like I'm pretty much on the ground covered in like little mini chocolate bar wrappers.
Chocolate's your
Yeah,
vice,
it really is my vice, and I kind of need it not in the house.
Yeah.
So that, and I know like I'm mostly a plant-based eater, and chocolate is not, or the chocolate I'm eating is definitely not plant-based. I need to eat less chocolate. That's I just feel like I'm at a confessional right now. So sorry, viewers, if I let you down. I have a chocolate vice.
I love chocolate.
Yeah,
I don't think I could take that one out of my life.
Well, no, I can't eliminate it. I just need to eat less.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see. We'll check in next
Okay, do my best.
My last one is work projects.
Okay.
This is
We're going to take on some work projects?
No, I'm going to take on less. This is actually one that Dr. Weening suggested for me as I was pondering, and he said, why don't you take on less work projects?
Yeah, on behalf of his family.
Just say no sometimes to the
Yes,
projects.
because to a fault, like you're just kind and thoughtful guy, and you want to be helpful, and you do. You got a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah. A lot of Zoom meetings going on.
Your mind is kind of racing all the time. You got a lot of great ideas.
Yeah. So just try and.
You're like Thomas Edison.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I think I'd like to just pick the top few projects and just focus more on those.
I like it. You can get them done.
Yeah, and just some of them take a lot of work, but just take on less, so that I can have a little bit more time off at work.
Nice. Number 3 for me, for a lot of viewers, is going to sound really. You have to set this as a goal. I would like to read a book every 2 months this year. And I know 2 months sounds crazy. We have a 91-year-old surgical assistant in our operating room, Dr. Terry Riley, who is amazing. And I think he reads like 2 books a week. And he's one of the smartest people that I know, but he has a voracious appetite for literature and fiction, nonfiction. He just reads it all. He's amazing. So I'm going to try to read 6 books this year. Paul, how many books did you read this year? 2024, how many books did you read?
Hang on, let me just go through them.
Carry the one.
Minus. Oh, that was more of a pamphlet. A magazine. Do magazines
count?
No.
Archie does not count.
0.
Yeah, same. Shamefully, I've started a bunch, read bits of a bunch of books, literally 0. I honestly feel ashamed. And this is, if you want to be smart, if you want your kids to be smart, get them to read. The readers are the smart people.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch how you do, and then I'm gonna put that on my next year's. I'll let you sift through some books and see which ones work.
And I have lots of books to read. I just don't read them.
Yeah.
We should leave a comment. Oh, we should write a book. Leave a comment if you read or don't read, on what your thoughts are on reading.
Yeah.
And if you think that we should write a book.
I'd rather write a book than read a book personally.
Yeah, that's not my goal.
That's one of the funniest jokes in the pilot episode of Cheers with Coach. And Diane. She's been working on a book for 10 years or something, and he's like, 10 years, and there's something like that, and she's like, oh, you're writing a book? He's like, reading the book.
Yeah, I'm Coach.
Yeah, all right.
Reading the same book for 10 years.
Pilot episode of Cheers. That's a great
There you go. Now you know. Welcome to 2025. We hope that you guys have a great year. We hope you come along with us for the ride. We can try to help educate you so you can make informed decisions about your health.
Yeah.
If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, share our channel with someone, try to get some more viewers over to us.
Do you think we'll hit 1 million subs?
I think there's a very real possibility we're going to hit 1 million subscribers this year. My guess is end of June.
Ooh,
I'm putting that. I'm like Kreskin, who recently passed away. Rest in peace. Yeah, just recently.
The great Kreskin?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think he was like 87 or something.
Maybe it's just a magic trick. He's coming back.
I don't think so. But I'm going end of June.
Okay. I'm going to make that one of my projects to get us to 1 million.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to make that project.
You already broke it down.
3.
Okay.
All right. Remember, you are in charge of your own health.
We'll see you next time in this year.